How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggy With It. I'm your host, Will. Yeah, that's what it is. Today we're going to open up a new game that just recently came out, and that is the Smash Up Marvel Edition. So me and Audrey are going to be playing this on a special stream tomorrow night, Thursday, but we wanted to go ahead and get this opened up so that way you guys could see what it is. This is one of the things we put up for the Saturday voting. We were hoping you guys would vote on this, but it seems like everybody wants us to play Exit Sinister Mansion, so we'll be playing this as a special stream tomorrow night. That is one thing we're looking at, is maybe changing up our stream schedule so that way we can play more specific games. That way you guys can come out on those nights to watch those games. So like a card game night where we do things like Smash Up, Pokemon, and then maybe a family game night where we do some easier games like Santorini, My Little Scythe, and then maybe a campaign day where we do the bigger games that might take long, including a lot of the Kickstarters we've got. And I've got some games I can see over on this other side, like Rising Sun from Simon. But with that said, guys, let's go ahead and get into this game. So this is a game by AEG, and it is distributed retail by the OP, or what used to be called the Opoly. They made all of the Opoly games, like the different Monopoly, College Edition, and your favorite sports team editions. But they do have the Marvel license. So this is based off of the Smash Up line, which they've had a lot of different things. They've had like superheroes in a sense. They've had like Power Rangers, Transformers. They've had Vikings. Like you name it, they have it. And you basically mash up decks together to make a single deck. And the goal is to try to take out the bases and get the most points, right? So it is a game for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 45 minutes, and it is recommended for ages 12 and up. So what we'll go ahead and do is get into here and see what comes in the box. And then we'll go over each of the decks that come in this box. So put that back there. So of course we do get the rules. Now we have never played a Smash Up game, so I'm not going to try to go over the rules too much because we haven't had a chance to pre-test like I normally do before I do an opening. But you do have your rule book here. The only thing I read online that they changed is I think things used to be called like minions or something like that, and they've kind of changed that verbiage. But the game itself is supposed to be a pretty easy deck building game, but it can get really complicated based on the different combinations of cards you put together. Some decks work better than others. And then here you go. So here are the factions. So we're going to get the Avengers, Hydra, the Kree, Masters of Evil. We do have S.H.I.E.L.D, the Sinister Six, Spider-Verse, and the Ultimates. So you can mix and match these any way you want. So if you wanted to have the Avengers and Hydra together, you could. Maybe the Avengers went bad. Maybe it's an alternate reality, right? You want to have the Spider-Verse and the Sinister Six team up. Oh, you can do that as well. So that is kind of the fun about these sets. So the next thing, I'll put this somewhere. Got to put it somewhere. So it does come with these little dividers. Now, these talk about the different factions that we just went over. Now, these are not used in the game, but they are if you get, there is something called the, I think it's the Big Geeky Box, and these are used basically as separators to separate all of your decks. But this does give you an overview of the Avengers here. It does say they are considered a low complexity. You have the Ultimates led by Captain Marvel, and this is a low to medium complexity. Spider-Verse, of course, is going to be Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, which they call Ghost Spider now, and so forth. And that is, I have no clue because it was backwards. There we go. Which is a medium complexity. We have S.H.I.E.L.D. is considered a low complexity. The Sinister Six, which they show Mysterio here, of course, but it does have the Green Goblin and a couple other. Some people are kind of curious why they put Green Goblin. I think it's more along the lines of the popularity. He's considered one of Spider-Man's biggest villains. They are a medium-high. You have Hydra, which is also considered a medium-high, led by Red Skull. You have the Kree, which is a low-medium, and I believe that is Ronan the Accuser. Masters of Evil here, led by Baron Zemo. That is a complexity of high. And yeah, I guess that's the last one. So that is actually the only one that was a high difficulty, is the Masters of Evil. The next thing you have are your new base cards. Most of the time, the base cards, you want to play them with the sets that you come with. There was a forum post on Board Game Geek where people are saying, how do you choose your bases? And the consensus really seems to be that each person picks their decks, and then you pick the bases that are associated with those decks, and then choose from there, kind of mix them up and choose from there. But we have Stark's Lab, Avengers Tower, Exospace, the Triskelion, the Daily Bugle. It's really nice. It kind of go all over all of New York. You got the Manhattan, the Helicarrier. I say New York, and then we're talking about the Helicarrier. S.H.I.E.L.D. base, downtown, which is just downtown. New York landmark, so they can't say what this is because, you know, they would have to pay. I'm not even sure which building that is. I've never been to New York. Icor base, Hydra Lab, Holla at you, Kreelar, Symkaria. I'm not really sure what Symkaria is. I mean, I've read Marvel Comics. I don't recognize that. Castle Zemo is the last base. So you have a couple new bases. The tokens are the same, but these are your point tokens. So you have 1s and 5s to count up your points. They are cardboard. I may, if we really like this, I would like upgrading components. I might look on Etsy, because I almost guarantee you somebody has made good plastic tokens for that. And then the last thing is in the box. As I was pulling these out, I guess I should have showed this first. They do have slots for all of the decks. So even if you count the, say, the bases here, there are several spaces. Now, it's unknown whether or not those are intended for future Marvel expansions, or it's so you can put your other smash-up games in here. I want to think that there are going to be more expansions. I mean, some key things are missing, like a Wakanda deck with Black Panther. We don't have a Guardians of the Galaxy deck. X-Men, Fantastic Four, and there's a lot of franchises that they've not covered, and I feel like if this game does well for both OP and AEG, they will probably come out with more decks. So the first deck I pulled out here is Captain Marvel. So you have character cards. You got Captain Marvel, Spectrum. You got a second Spectrum. So I did notice in some decks you get multiples of a character, and then some you only get one of. And it seems by the power, like if it comes with a 5, you're normally getting 1 5, and you got 2 4s, and you got American Chavez. You get 3 American Chavez, which is 3. Then you have Blue Marble, which I'm going to guess is probably 3 as well. Nope, you get 4 Blue Marbles. And then you get your action cards. So you get Action, Lift and Carry, Aid from Allies, Heroic Landing, Scramble, Power and Speed. You get 2 of those. A Coordinated Attack, First to Arrive. You get 2 of those. Cosmic Knowledge, and that is it. Now, unlike my normal Pokemon openings, when I go over the theme decks, I know more about the game so I can describe the cards. I unfortunately can't do that right now, so I'm really just showing you guys this, and you guys can read the cards if you're more familiar with the game to see if these are decks that you might want to get to add to your Smash Up collection. I imagine if you are a Smash Up player, you've probably already bought this, but there might be somebody who's only got one Smash Up set, and this may be of interest. We love Marvel, right? So anything Marvel we're going to try to get as long as it looks attractive enough. So this one here is our Masters of Evil. We do have the Absorbing Man. So we have 2 of those, or is it probably going to be 4? Yep, so all your level 2s appear to be 4 cards total. You have Black Mamba, so there should probably be 3 of these. Yep, there we go. Hey, I'm figuring it out, guys. I'm figuring it out. You got Ulysses Claw, and this is kind of a weird one, right? He's in the Masters of Evil, but he could really go in a Black Panther deck as well. So you have 2 Black Claw, or you have 2 Ulysses Claw. I was thinking Black Panther again, Black Claw. And then you have 1 Baron Zemo. And then for your action cards, you have Acceptable Losses. The 2 of those, Sonic Shockwave. Gain the Upper Hand, so there were 2 of those. We saw that as I accidentally revealed both cards there. You have A Portent of Doom, Convergence, Ball and Chain, Indestructible Form, and World Domination, because that's what you want to do, is get some World Domination in. Alright, so what do we got next here? We have the Avengers, so we do have the Avengers deck. Now the Avengers deck is one of the few decks that it is only one of each character. So you have the Hulk, which is your 5, Iron Man, Black Widow, I think they're all 5s if I'm not mistaken, Captain America, Thor, Hawkeye, So the main Avengers for the movie, basically, right? These are the main Avengers that we had in the Avengers movies. And they're not really the main Avengers. I mean, the comics have transitioned over the years and had many different ones. But I think because of the movie draw, they're trying to capitalize on that because that's who people see as the Avengers. So you have Strategize. Get 2 of those. Thunder and Lightning. Modular Tech. Avengers Assembled. Get 2 of those. Hawkeye's Arrows. Now, the nice thing about a lot of these actions, a lot of the actions can be used on anybody. So, like Hawkeye's Arrows don't have to be on Hawkeye. But Mjolnir does have to actually be on Thor to get the benefit of it. Cap's Shield. Hulk Smash. Widow's Bite. We have some repulsor boots going on. A little tactical advantage. And Jarvis for the win. So Jarvis was our last card. We will move on to the next deck. So this is the Kree. So Kree Sentry, so there should be 4 of these if I'm learning this game, right? There's 3, there's 4. Ronan the Accuser, so that was Ronan that I saw on the divider card. You should have 3 Ronans. Yep. Minerva, you get 2 of those? Yes, you do. And then the Supreme Intelligence. So it's kind of weird that for the Kree, they've got, the Supreme Intelligence makes sense. He's the big baddie. But it's weird that they had Ronan on the card. Except for maybe to go back to that movie franchise thing, right? Because we all know Ronan from the Guardians movie. So we have Battle Rage. 2 Battle Rage. Speed Up. It Begins. Righteous Fury. 2 of those. Prepare to Engage. Reminds it, yeah, Prepare to Engage. So it's like Star Trek, little secondary homage there for you. Call for Backup. Proven Methods. Relentless Attack is the finale of that deck. What do we have next? So the next one is S.H.I.E.L.D. So of course, Nick Fury, of course, is going to be your boss. And it's kind of weird how they have them in different orders too. You would think they'd put whoever your 5 is on the first one, or hide them down like they had been. So we have Maria Hill, so we should have 2 of those. Agent Coulson, that's kind of nice. But he is the comic book Coulson. He's more of a lesser character, I think. And he was a lesser character. They kind of made him bigger in some of the comics that I was reading. I don't know how he is currently. And then you just have your S.H.I.E.L.D. agent or S.H.I.E.L.D. grunt. And you have 4 of those. That's kind of disappointing. I get it. They're trying to cut costs. And they want to make it easy. But like, they could have done 2 S.H.I.E.L.D. agents that are male, 2 S.H.I.E.L.D. agents that were female. Like, they could have mixed it up a little bit. Troop Drop for your first ability or action. Reassignment. Mission Debrief. I love this art. I forget who the artist is. And it's kind of disappointing. I'm so used to Pokemon cards where they put the artist down here on the bottom. I think this is... I want to think his last name starts with a D or something. But I don't want to say it wrong or get it wrong. You get 2 mission debriefings. Entry point. Work together. Proving ground. So you do have... See, that's another one. They've got... what is her name? Wong Cho. It's been a while since I've watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But yeah, she's not an actual card. Same as Sky or Quake, right? They don't have her in here. But then again, if they have a Inhumans deck, it would probably make more sense if she was in the Inhumans deck. Rescue Mission and Superior Firepower for the final card in that deck. I'm going to run out of room here. We'll make room. We'll make room. All right, so we got Hail Hydra. So we have Bob of Hydra, so that's kind of neat. So we have four Bobs of Hydra. So Deadpool would be another one. They could make probably just a Deadpool deck by itself. And that would definitely sell. Wow, there's a lot of... Holy cow. Okay, so that's the first one. I stopped counting because I was like, oh, there's going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Hydra agents. So that's one of the largest number 2s. But if you notice, there isn't a number 3. It goes right into Madam Hydra. And then you have... Wow, that's weird. Arnim Zola is actually only a 2. So you get 3 of him. Okay, now I'm confused. So this deck seems like Hydra's all about people, it seems like. Which makes sense, you know, right? The Hydra, you cut off 1, 2 grow back. You have Baron Strucker, and then, of course, Red Skull as the leader. So there we go. Finally ran out of actual character cards. 2 more shall take its place. So there we see what I just mentioned, the Hydra. Hail Hydra. Fanatical Devotion. Reactivate Agents. Honor of Destiny. Or Hour of Destiny. I don't know why I was saying honor. And then Secret Reserves for the final action. Alright, so we have 2 more decks, guys. We'll go through those last 2 decks. And then we will, of course, do our, adios, sayonara, tell you to like, subscribe, and all that stuff, which I just told you to do anyways. So we have, for our Sinister 6, we got Electro. Alright, so I forgot they're doing multiple of these, and that's kind of disappointing too. Like, as Sinister 6, you would think they'd make them kind of like the Avengers, where you just have those 6 and had them all at level 5s. You have Sandman. Those Sandmans. Vulture, so you get 2 Vultures. Green Goblin, so he's only level 3, he's not even a level 5. Wow, Mysterio's higher, and so is Doc Ock. But you get 1 of each of those. So Incite Panic is the first action. Ambush. 2 of those. Pressure from all sides. Reroute the power. Cover the exits. Witness our superiority with Mysterio. My master plan. And see, here's where we're talking. It actually, this is a bad image because it actually has Kraven in the background, right? Because Kraven is normally the 6th member of the Sinister 6. Move the Goods is the final card for that deck. And it seems like I did this not by chance, but by just happenstance. Of course, the last deck is the opposition to the Sinister 6, and that is our Spider-Verse deck. So it does have Spider-Man 2099. He did get trapped. I don't know if he ever made it back. I gotta figure out where to put this deck now. I know I'm behind on my Marvel comics. I'm way behind. I need to start reading some comics again. Gotta find some time to read comics. But I know he was trapped in modern day, so I don't know if he ever made it back. Miles Morales, of course, he was brought over to the 616. Ghost Spider, of course, Spider-Gwen. She was brought over to the 616 as well at one point. And then Spider-Man, so you only get 1 Spider-Man. Spider Reflexes. It's weird that they didn't use his Venom Sting. I think that would have been more in line with his actual, card and who's on the card. With great power comes... with great power comes... Webbed Up. No, that's not right. With great power comes... great responsibility. I knew both those cards were in there. I thought they'd be in order, but they weren't. A View from Above. You got, Peter Parker trying to take some pictures there. Your Friendly Neighborhood Hero. Spider-Sense, so there we go, there's Spider-Gwen. And Spider-Verse Bond is the last card for that deck. So there we go, guys. That is the 8 decks from the Marvel Smash Up. Again, you can mix and match these. You shuffle them together to make a single deck. Very simple gameplay from what I have seen. However, like any card game, there's always some extra complexity. We will be playing this tomorrow night on our live stream at 8 p.m. If you're watching this video after that, then most likely the live stream has ended, and we've also got that video up for you to watch, and will be linked at the very end of this when I stop rambling on the end screen. With that, guys, I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, thumbs up button, leave a comment. Who is your favorite Marvel hero or villain? And until next time, guys, peace.